I've changed my top. I let the salmon cool down. I actually went and did a little bit of shopping. And now I'm going to show you how to make a wonderful salmon mousse. Okay, this is fantastic. That's our salmon that we poached earlier on perfectly. And it's all cooled down nicely to perfection. And I'm going to, hang on a second, now we just twist this down a little bit. And we kind of walk and talk, as I say all the time, to show you how we're going to make this. Throw the salmon over here for 1 sec. Bring my little bowl up here. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Okay, so I have 4 pieces of salmon. It's lovely and fresh, so it's going to last for 3 or 4 days in the fridge. So that's why I'm making a bit extra and we use it up. I'm using about 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, and we can wing it and judge it later on as we go on. Listen, you can put, you know me guys, you can put anything you want into this. I'm going to do kind of like a sweet chili salmon mousse this time, okay? But you can put absolutely anything you want. So you can put in a sriracha sauce, a Frank's hot sauce, you can put in a hoisin sauce, a barbecue sauce, anything you want. But this is the one we're going to do today because this is what I have handy. So, our simple mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, about a tablespoon of sweet chili. And do not be fooled by my pickled onion jar. It's actually full of horseradish sauce. And I'm putting in, this is quite strong, teaspoon, just to give it a little bit of, ooh, what is that? A lovely little kick. And it is this simple. Okay, now I am getting 1 lime or juice of half a lemon or whatever you want, but I have limes. So, see, I didn't have them earlier on to cook with them, so I went and bought them. So I'm going to put in, actually a lot of juice after coming out of that. I'm going to go with half a lime for the moment. Sometimes you get no juice out of these things. A little bit of mixy. I will add in about a teaspoon of sesame oil is what's going into that. And then I shall season it all up. So, a few cracks of the black peppercorn. Look at that. This takes minutes. And oh my God, absolutely delicious. Good pinch of my flaked rock salt. Lovely. And it really is as simple as that. So taste it. I want you tasting everything. I want you touching everything. Taste that little bit of mayonnaise. Oh wow. Bloody gorgeous. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of my salt because my salt has done its job. Where are we going? I want you to be able to see it. Perfect. So now, here's what I am doing. This is just, you use any lettuce you want. This is kind of like the Cost lettuce or the baby gem lettuce. Throw it in there. Lovely. I'm going to take out 2 or 3 of its outer leaves. Just make sure they're all nice and clean. Beautiful. Keep that there for 1 minute. And I'm going to slice that up because the outer leaves are just, it's not that there's anything wrong with them, they're just a tiny little bit bitter. And they don't look as nice. So I'm going to throw them into can you see me chopping that? I am throwing them into my salmon mousse as opposed to using them as the garnish because the inner leaves are prettier. So, here we go. Nothing difficult at all with this. I'm taking out 1 nice, beautiful vine tomato. Now, here's the thing. I want to take out the seeds because they get too wet and that makes your mousse very wet. So I'm taking out the seeds for this. If you want to be really save the planet Greta Thunberg stuff, freeze the seeds and use them the next time you're making a chicken stock or a beef stock or something like that. So watch how I do it. It's very, very simple. The whole dish is simple. All the dishes I do are very simple. But that's the whole plan behind the whole channel here, is to make life very easy. So I'm just taking out the seeds, cutting them in half, cutting them in quarter, and then removing the seeds. If you want to go really fancy, if you want to go, I'm a Michelin star chef, you can take off the skin off the tomato as well if you want. But I couldn't be arsed, to be perfectly honest with you, because it's not really that kind of dish for me today. See the way there's a little bit of water, and I just get rid of all that. I'm just scraping it off into my little thing here. You don't want it wet at all. Can you see that? Yes, you can. And then just tiny little dices. This really is simple. This really is all about the salmon. And it's really all about making yourself a simple, delicious dish, especially if you've got the family. You put in 4 or 5 portions of this. It's in the fridge. Somebody wants a salmon sandwich, beautiful. Somebody wants a salad for lunch, beautiful. Somebody wants a quick snack for dinner, beautiful. Your choices are limited only by your imagination. And thankfully, by following me, your imagination should be through the roof. Look at that, 1 tomato diced in. I could fill I could fill it, not as in fillet the fish. I could fill this if times are tough, which they are for a lot of people. If I could fill it with more lettuce, more tomato, I could put in grated courgette. I could even dice in, I love fruit and salads. I could dice in an apple or a lovely ripe mango. I can fill it with all that kind of stuff because the salmon is that little bit more expensive, especially now more than ever. So if the old wallet is struggling, fill it with the cheaper stuff and add in your bits of salmon. But I had 4 pieces of salmon here, want to use them up, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So back down to my bowl, and I am going to take a couple of spring onions, get rid of all this here. And yeah, look, if you don't have spring onions, just use your normal onions, but spring onions are good. These are nice small ones, so they're nice and sweet. Sometimes their spring onions can be very strong, but these are a little bit sweeter. That's just the way they work in the supermarket when I bought them. That's the one problem about Kenmare. I wish we had the market stalls every day. So you guys, Dublin or bigger cities, Cork, obviously with the English market, or all around the world where some of you guys are from, you're spoiled with your market selection. Down in Kenmare, unfortunately, we're limited. So, can you see that? Nice fine slice. There's no big deal to this. We've done the hard work by poaching the salmon. That's in the vault, by the way. Go through the vault, you'll see all the different recipes, but I show you how you poach that salmon perfectly. We take a few extra minutes in those kind of videos just so we nail that, get it done. It's more about a tutorial. I want you seeing how to do those things. The easy part is just assembling the dish. Getting the salmon poached to perfection is what I want you to do. So, a little bit of a wipey. Beautiful. A little bit of stirry. We're already seasoned. Everything in there now is nice and seasoned. Look at that. Even that in itself on a bit of toast is bloody beautiful. Look at that. Now, if you want, you can taste it here at this stage as well. Make sure you got your seasoning right, because what we don't want is once we put the salmon in, we don't want to be mixing it and mashing it and turning it to mush. So we want to get it in nice and flaky, fold it into that kind of mayonnaise, and then that's it, done. So you get nice chunks of salmon. You know you're eating salmon. So season it now, taste it now. Make sure you're happy with it. I know I've already tasted, but taste it now, make sure you're happy with it. And then we just add in our salmon, like this. Now, so we obviously don't want the skin. Peel off the skin. And you see this here at the bottom, that's just, take that little piece off there, we waste nothing. See that there? That's just the fat on the salmon, okay? So that's fine. So just flake it, look how perfect that salmon is cooked. You see, I told you I know what I'm talking about. Absolutely beautiful. If we let it get to that stage in the water and then took it out and cool down, we would overcook it. So that's the secret to beautifully poached salmon. You want it to get it to about maybe 85% of the way cooked. Remember when I showed you, and you can see a little bit of pink in it? That's where you want it, because the rest, the residual heat as they call it, will continue to cook it. So that's why we take it out about 85% cooked. Now, lovely. If you want, you can peel off the fat. I like it. I like the flavor of it, so it doesn't bother me in the slightest. So I'm basically, can you see the way I'm just flaking that in? Nice and simple. I don't want it to turn it to mush. I do want my little chunks in it. Beautiful. We'll keep going. Might as well. We'll have an out chat. So again, as always, guys, I thank you for signing up, for renewing. I know most of you are very, very shy. I'm inundated with messages all the time, but there's only a couple of people feel confident enough to message or put comments on the board. Don't worry, guys. I know it's a bit of an odd platform, but it's a brilliant way for me to engage with you guys. And who knows, maybe if I keep losing all this weight, maybe, no chance. I don't think my wife would ever speak to me again if all of a sudden she found out we were doing dodgy stuff. My kids are already embarrassed enough with me. So look at that, beautiful piece of salmon. Look at that, flaked in. Let me wash my hands 2 seconds. Talk amongst yourselves there for a sec while I wash my hands. Beautiful. As I said, I keep this real time all the time because this is what you're doing at home. Actually, I get myself a nice little plate. So, remember, as I said, the key to it is learning how to poach the salmon perfectly. The assembly takes minutes, as you've just after seen, okay? So I want you to learn how to cook the salmon. If I'm doing a chicken, how to do that. And then we'll do a short video on just how to assemble and put it all together. It's very, very simple. So watch now how I stir this, right? Because I don't want to break it all up after all my hard work of cooking it to perfection. So just a gentle mix. Keep those beautiful flakes like so. And get a good fishmonger so that there's no bones in this. There's nothing worse. That's why kids of a certain generation, as in my age, that have now grown up, a lot of us didn't like fish because, geez, we were just picking bones out of our mouth all the time. Look at that, that's actually bloody delicious. Absolutely fantastic. Let me have a little taste, a little taste. Oh my Lord. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my God, that is bloody delicious. Absolutely delicious. You just get that tiny little kick in the background of the horseradish sauce. Trust me, when I put these things together, you have people, I don't like horseradish sauce. You won't even know that that's horseradish sauce, but you just get this little kick in the back going, oh my God, what is that? Let's do a little platey up. Give this for Elaine for her lunch. Very simple. 1 leaf of lettuce, like so. Beautiful, nice little piece of salmon. This is, I'm telling you guys, this is absolutely delicious. Look at that, so simple. I couldn't be arsed, but I'm gonna get 2 slices of brown bread. I'm gonna put a little bit of butter on the side, maybe give another little bit of lettuce there as well. And that is an absolute stunning piece of salmon mousse. I'm telling you, try it. That's nearly 12 minutes long, that video. Jeez, I talk some shite. Trust me, I'm gonna have another little spoon of this because it's so good. Did he just put the spoon back into the bowl? Piss off. That's the you're not eating it, are you? I am. You'd be worried. All these, oh my God, he said from day one, no interest in people like that on this page. We're here for a bit of crack. We're here for a bit of fun. The recipes are a bit of a bonus. But trust me, I'll do a little picture of that now. That is freaking gorgeous. See you soon. Beautiful salmon mousse. With some lovely brown bread. And a tub full for the fridge. So we can enjoy for the next few days. Absolutely delicious.